Canio and a rundown, or is it?
Tower hits this one, a rocket and diving catch.
They're going to throw home, he's safe. The throw to first, he's safe. Throw to first, that's laced right at the second baseman. Wave us up one, over to first, double play. Here's a little bouncer to second, nope, stay in shape. This is a little bouncer, going to be a tough play. And they lose it, and he's going to be safe, and the run's going to score. 2-2 pitch. Hit well, hit deep, hit high, it's fair, it's gone. Home run.
Welcome to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky, everybody. Well, the Lexington Legends and the Dirty Birds are here for Game 3 of the 3-game series. Lexington, Kentucky today, it's going to be overcast and 81 degrees at first pitch. And I got to tell you, this is going to be an interesting game. The Legends won Friday night versus the Dirty Birds 16-7 on the strength of Isaiah Tejeda, who had 2 3-run home runs and a grand slam home run. Tejeda 3 for 5 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, which is unbelievable. I'm pretty sure that's got to be an Atlantic League record, Hugh. I don't know how we looked that up, but that's got to be a record. Besides him, Teodoro Martinez was also on fire. Teo went 4 for 5 with 3 singles and a home run himself. And it was the only night that I remember seeing 3 or 4 home runs on the Legends side, and not one of the home runs had the name Hawkins next to it. But the Dirty Birds rebounded. Yesterday, the Dirty Birds ended up going extra innings in a game which the Lexington Legends were ahead 1-0 through 8 or 9 innings. The Dirty Birds tied it up in the 9th inning, and then it went into extra innings. The game ended up going into 12 innings, and the Dirty Birds, with their dirty tricks, ended up winning 5-4. Of course, no dirty trick, but whenever another team wins, it's a dirty trick. But they ended up winning 5-4. So now this is not going to be a chance for a sweep for the Legends or the Dirty Birds. We're in a rubber match, and this is the game that decides who wins the series and who does not. We're going to find that out here in just a minute. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. I'm Steve Tressler. We'll be back with Legends Baseball right after this. Billy Horn, the manager for the Dirty Birds, on the left side there. Sip Garza to the right, the assistant manager for the Legends. I believe is he the hitting or pitching coach? The bench coach. All right, so Sip Garza is up there exchanging lineup cards with Billy Horn. Third base umpires you see there, Bob Howard. Home plate umpires Darnell Ray's got his back to us there. And the first base umpire, Michael Rash, with his hands on his hips there, facing the camera. Bob Howard, his hands behind his back there, facing us. Let's give you the starting lineup first for the Charleston Dirty Birds. As the Field of Dreams teams, there's a couple Little League teams. We call it the Field of Dreams teams because they get to come out here onto the field and run out with the players when they're introduced for the starting lineups of the game. We have 2 of those teams over there to the right. So the Field of Dreams teams are getting ready to run out as we begin here, and we give the starting lineups from Bill Sally, our public address announcer. First, let's give you the starting lineup, though, for the Charleston Dirty Birds. Batting first, playing left field, number 6, Devon Terrence. Batting second, the first baseman, number 11, Scott Burcham. Batting third, playing center field, number 3, Nick Heath. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 53, Edwin Espinal. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 24, Cosimo Canaya. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 4, Tyler Blom. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 15, Miles Williams. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 2, Scott Kelly. And the designated hitter for the Dirty Birds, number 41, Liam Scafariello. And on the bump, Alec Casena, the right-hander for the Dirty Birds, number 46. And now for your Lexington Legends, it goes like so. Batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Tio Martinez. The designated hitter today, batting second, number 15, Tillman Pugh. Batting third, the left fielder, number 24, Courtney Hawkins. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 13, Isaiah Tejeda. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 22, Montrell Marshall. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 18, Manuel Geraldo. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 14, James Nelson. Batting eighth and catching, number 25, Pete Yorgan. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 12, Jesus Tavares. And pitching for the Legends today, number 10, David LeBron, the right-hander, and he will be on the mound. LeBron's last outing was fantastic. He pitched very well, so hopefully we'll get more of the same here today. So you got a couple teams down there. You got the Avengers in the blue and the red, which is going to be the Field of Dream teams. And also, you've got the Padres down there from Anderson County, Kentucky. And Todd Duvall, as you see on the right, the Padres coach with his hand in his pocket as his team and the Avengers get to run out on the field. So a pretty special moment for them. Big L on top of the dugout waving to all the kids. And what a cool moment for these young men to be able to run out with these pro baseball players. And just about every one of those guys has been in the major leagues, so what a cool moment. I would have loved that as a kid as well. And it looks like microphone Mike Allison has got some little men down there of his own that are going to run out on the field. That's pretty cool. So, folks, we are ready for baseball just a few minutes away. This is Lexington Legends Baseball. Hey, Eric, Tyler, good to see you on the broadcast, buddy. Thanks for joining us as always. We'll see you guys in just a minute with first pitch. And before that, though, we'll have the national anthem and the Field of Dreams team to run out there. This is Game 3 of the 3-game set between the Dirty Birds and the Legends. Whoever wins today wins the series. Both these teams need the win, so we'll see what happens. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends YouTube channel. Be right back, everybody. There's Pete Yorgan making his way into the dugout, the catcher, and the Field of Dreams teams are getting ready to go out. We'll tell you after today's game, both teams, the Genomes, which are on the road right now, and the Legends get Monday off, so they'll have Labor Day off. And then the Lexington Legends hit the road, and they will actually follow Charleston's team bus back to Charleston because they've got a 3-game series in Charleston versus the Dirty Birds on the Dirty Birds home field. When they do that, the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes come back here for a 6-game set as we are rounding into the last 2 weeks now of baseball season for the Genomes and the Legends. The Genomes will come back here to Lexington. They will host the Gastonia Honey Hunters for 3 games. Then they will host the High Point Rockers for 3 games. Now, if you look at the schedule here, September 6th, that Tuesday, is free hot dogs night here at Wild Health Field. So try to bring the family out for that and get some free hot dogs. Wednesday is going to be the Businessman's Special, the 12:05 start to the Wednesday game. Then 80s Throwback Night will be Thursday night here, 80s Throwback. Then September 9th, Friday, as they host the Rockers, it's going to be Lexington's biggest pillow fight, followed by Saturday night, Military Appreciation Night with the fireworks. And Grandparents' Day will be on Sunday, September 11th. Then the Genomes will hit the road for their last series. And here in Lexington, the Legends come back home to host 3 games with the Charleston Dirty Birds. After that, it's going to be 16th, 17th, and 18th. The Genomes and Legends close the season out. And that could very well be a time where the Legends have an opportunity to kill the playoff hopes for the Genomes because a lot will be on the line. And now the Field of Dreams teams are making their way out there. And what a fun day for these kids. Look at those smiles on their faces running out. All the little third basemen running to the third base with Montrell Marshall, Courtney Hawkins running out to midfield there. There's Manuel Geraldo with the shortstops. That's got to be fun. How cool is that? You know, and I love that Montrell Marshall is out there talking it up with those kids and David LeBron as well. I mean, that's just a neat moment. Now for the national anthem, and then we'll be ready for live baseball from Wild Health Field. Everybody stand by. And once again, thanks for joining us. Well, good job there by our national anthem singer as she belted out the tune we needed to hear to get things going here at Wild Health Field as the Lexington Legends host the Charleston Dirty Birds today. It is Sunday, September 4th, 2022, and we are ready for baseball, folks. Great games last night, college football. I'm sure most of you watched college football last night. Sam Wallace-Smith, come on down, man. Hey, grab a chair, Sam. Grab a chair there. And hopefully most of you. Sam wanted to jump on the mic here. We're going to give him a shot at it. On this side, Sam. He's all right. Hop on this side over here. So, again, a lot of people tuned in last night to watch college football, and a lot of great games on last night. And, of course, here in Lexington, the University of Kentucky Wildcats football team got off to a good start. They hosted the Miami Redhawks from Ohio. And, you know, what's interesting, Hugh Davis, is the very first game that Mark Stoops won at Kentucky was against Miami of Ohio. And last night, with the win over Miami of Ohio, he tied Paul Bear Bryant for all-time wins in Kentucky coaching history. So now he is tied with Bear Bryant for most wins as a Kentucky coach. So pretty neat statistic, good fact there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with first pitches here as the Legends host the Dirty Birds. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel.
Check, 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 check. Good. Awesome.
Let it out to talk. All right, here we go. Wild Hill Field, Lexington, Kentucky. First pitch from David LeBron in there. Strike one, and he's facing Devon Torrance. Torrance, the leadoff hitter, had a good series here, the left fielder. He wears number 6, but to the Dirty Birds, he's number 1 in their hearts, Sam. And you can tell us about some of his numbers this year.
Where am I looking?
Video board up there.
I don't know. My vision's good enough for that, but are we talking about the man at bat right now?
And this one ripped right to the second baseman and caught for out number 1 there as Tavares makes the catch. So one down, and Burcham coming to the plate. Scott Burcham, 235, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. First pitch there, outside ball 1. And you see the split screen there by our technical director, Adam Marson. Gives you a good look at what each one of those guys is thinking. You got the hitter. He's like, what am I going to get here? And you got the batter, Sam. Or, excuse me, you got the hitter saying, what am I going to get? And you got David LeBron knowing what pitch is coming, and he's ready to go. That one in there for a strike. How'd that look?
You asked me about the pitch?
Yeah, I'm asking you about the pitch.
It looked good, man. It looked good. Looked good to me, at least.
1 ball, 1 strike. LeBron kicks, fires, and this one hit high into the sky and foul ball into Souvenirville. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Burcham now with a 1-2 count. And this one rocketed foul down the first base side. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. LeBron looks in. Burcham, the first baseman. Long wait there for LeBron. He fires the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Great pitch there. Looked like a changeup. And Burcham out ahead of that pitch a little bit. And that is out number 2. So now it's up to Nick Heath as he comes up to the plate. Heath has played plenty of different positions this year. I've seen him play, and today he's going to be the center fielder. And he's dangerous on the base paths, so you don't want him to get on with 2 outs. He could make his way around without anybody hitting the ball. First pitch, ball 1. This one hits straight away center. It's going to be shallow running in, though, and making the catch for the easy out is Teal Martinez. And that'll end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for LeBron, just the way he planned it. We're headed to the bottom of the first. Legends coming up to bat. No score just yet. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. So Big L down there having a lot of fun with the kids. You got a shot of Big L for us over there? You see Big L running around making some noise, and there's Microphone Mike having fun. What a great day for these guys to be out here. 81 degrees. Overcast is keeping the sun out of everybody's faces, Sam, so it's nice and cool. How's that feel?
Well, for me, as somebody who's worked the camera before, it's got to be pretty nice for our guy over there right now, because having to adjust your iris every 2 seconds is not the most fun.
Absolutely. And you've been on the camera a lot, so you know how that goes. Talk a little louder for me.
Yeah.
I hear you, and I don't have headphones. And here we go. Teal Martinez will step in to face Alec Casina. Martinez had a great game Friday night. First pitch there in for strike 1. Last night ended up being a pitcher's duel. I didn't see that coming, to be honest with you, Sam. That game went into 12 innings. After 9 innings, it was a 1-1 score, so shocked by that. One ball, one strike. Two balls, one strike here to the leadoff hitter, Teal Martinez. And what are his numbers at this time, Sam?
Well, he's batting .221 right now, 7 home runs and 26 RBIs on the season. So not bad, but there's room for improvement is what I'd say.
Especially for a guy who started the season with the genomes and had it midway, got released, and then got picked up, so that was great. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And of course, he hit his 7th home run the other night when we were here, Sam, on Friday night. Here's the 2-2. And Tio rips that into left field, so his bat is staying hot.
Well, that's the improvement I was talking about. I mean, now that he's with a new team.
One on, nobody out here. Bottom of the first, Tillman Pugh coming up. Normally, Sam, we see him in the outfield, but he's a DH today. What kind of things you expect from your DH other than just hitting the ball?
Well, I mean, he's got a man on base right now, and there he
nice
goes.
Little bunt there. He lays that down, heads to first. And, well, I'm sure you're getting ready to say that's what you expect, right? You
exactly.
want that DH to move the runners along, and if he's not a home run hitter, which Tillman can do that. He can hit for power and average. You want to move your runner into scoring position, and he did that.
That's right.
I got my superstar Carson next to me, eating my favorite food in front of me and not even sharing. Oh, my gosh. Carson has got nachos. I'm so jelly. I'm jelly jealous. That's what I'm saying. And now the big man, Courtney Hawkins.
This guy I'm plenty familiar with, having worked the season here. He is batting .297 right now, which is pretty great for this point in the season. Is that 44 home runs, I see? That
44
is
home runs
ridiculous.
and 112 RBIs.
Wow.
So he is 5 homers from breaking the all-time Atlantic League single-season record of 48. He's 4 from tying it, 5 from breaking it. And then when you look over there, those ribbies, he's 112 RBIs. Well, that's 17 from tying the record, 18 from breaking it. And he's got 2 weeks to close in on both of those. And the way he's been hitting the ball, he can do it. And they're not throwing strikes to him, as you can see, Sam.
Of course
I mean,
not.
2 balls, no strikes here with 1 out. They don't want to throw to him. And they didn't do it the other night, on Friday night. And they paid for it because number 13 down there is a lucky number because Isaiah Tejeda hit 2 3-run home runs and a grand slam home run. And Hawkins takes his first pitch he sees in the strike zone and fouls it. Nice little play by Angel Garza over there in the chair. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Justin.
2-1. Long look in from Cassina. Hawkins readies himself, righty on righty here, Sam. Checks the runner, now fires. And Courtney hits this one to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 2. As the shortstop there, Kelly, checks the runner, and Martinez goes back and then finally throws it to Espinal at first, and that is out number 2.
Lucky he got back to second in time. They almost got him there. Sure.
Isaiah Tejeda to the plate, runner on second, 2 outs. Steve Tressler alongside of me, Sam Smith. Tejeda, Friday night, big game. 10 RBIs. And I keep pushing Hugh Davis to find that out if that's a record. Is that a record, Hugh? You don't have to look now.
They didn't say anything about it, so it's probably not, but.
Oh, that's got to be. 10 RBIs for one game, a grand slam, and 2 3-run shots. My goodness. First pitch, strike 1 to Tejeda. Here's the 0-1. And he fouls this one up, and it's 0-2. So quickly, 2 strikes on Tejeda, who's 259.
Yeah, I know. I was watching.
26 home runs, 80 RBIs. So right behind Courtney Hawkins and all those numbers, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's certainly something special in his own right. And he's got a runner in scoring position right now, so this is his chance to prove that to everybody watching right now.
Here's the 0-2. He kicks and fires, and that one is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes, so that one just misses the strike zone. TJ Phillips has managed to find a good spot for all his players now. This lineup he's got, and especially the batting order, has proved to be the most fruitful of anything he's done this season. You just hate to see that it comes, in the last 2 months of the season, he found the right combination, and they've got so much ground to make up. That one outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful day in Lexington. Big game last night in football. Kentucky started off 1-0. A lot of people here in the stands are happy about that. I didn't see. Did Louisville win their game against Syracuse? That one gets away from the catcher, and Martinez makes it to third on the pass ball. I'm not sure if that was a pass ball or a wild pitch. All right, wild pitch, Sam.
Hey, Bill, did they win Louisville? Yeah? You don't remember the score?
So Louisville won their game, so even the Louisville fans here in town have to be happy. And this one ripped by Tejeda into left field, and that'll bring a run in. And there is RBI number 81 for the first baseman, Isaiah Tejeda, and 13 is a lucky number, Sam.
I can see that now. I mean, they didn't seem to want to pitch to him either, and he didn't try and do anything special when he finally got his pitch. He just, lined one out there and got his guy in. Now they're ahead.
And now Montrell Marshall coming up with 2 outs and a runner on first. 18 home runs and 64 RBIs of his own. And the first pitch there, ball 1. Two balls, no strikes to the third baseman, Marshall. Swing and miss there. Marshall's a big guy. He took 3 years off. Can you imagine? He retired from baseball at 22, took 3 years off, and came back this year. So, I mean, you got to relearn the game, don't you?
Of course, yeah. For somebody who's just coming back, he's having a pretty good season, it looks like. Batting .253.
Yeah, I mean, 253, you look at that, and people say, well, he's only batting .253. Well, .253, let's talk about that. He's batting .253 after not playing baseball for 3 years, and he's playing against some of the best players in the world. These guys are getting paid to play baseball.
Yeah.
Now, there's guys that are making more money, yeah, but there's some people that would love to be paid to play baseball, and they're not good enough. These are good athletes. And that one fouled and almost caught, and boy, Marshall got lucky because that's going to be an error on Miles Williams on that foul ball. And so Marshall gets a break and goes back to the plate here with 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You got to remember with that .253 average, too, where in the season we are. As it goes on, it gets, for lack of a better term, diluted, but the truth is, that's a great average to have late in the season.
You got that right. I mean, that's getting on base 1 out of every 4 trips to the plate. People don't realize 1 out of 3 trips to the plate, you're Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he fouls this one up high into the sky. It'll go foul, hit on the roof, and roll into the parking lot somewhere there. So count full and stays full, 3-2.
This is how he's gotten that average, as he stays alive. The guys that go down easy are the ones that have the low averages.
And swing and a miss there, and that will end the inning as Marshall goes down swinging. Legends leave 1 stranded, but they do get 1 run on 2 hits, and they lead after 1-0. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. We'll be right back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back. 1-0 Legends after one. David LeBron on the mound. Good look at him there. As we get ready for second inning action, I'm Steve Tressler. I'm joined by Sam Wallace-Smith. Sam, you don't have a hyphenated last name. Do you go by Sam Smith?
No, I do have a hyphenated last
You
name.
do, so it's Sam Wallace-Smith.
Yeah.
All right. So Sam Wallace-Smith here, SWS. Now, you're too young to know, but there was a fantastic singing group back in the 90s called SWV. Do you know them?
I don't.
Remember Right Here, Ashley? Love will be right here. Be right here. Look that up, kids. SWV Right Here. All right, here we go. LeBron steps off the mound. Music was still playing, but he's ready to go now. Second inning action. And here is the first baseman, Edwin Espinal. 265, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs. First pitch. Just misses the strike zone, ball one. LeBron, 81-mile-an-hour pitch that time. Here's a 1-0. This one fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Casimo Canella on deck. You see him in the background there on the split screen. Here's the pitch, the 1-1. And this one hit deep right field, going over towards the wall and bouncing off the Casabella pyrotechnics sign. And it's going to be a long single for Espinal, so he is on base. Leadoff hitter gets on board after singling to right field, Sam.
Well, I mean, that's as good a start to an inning as you can hope for, I'd say.
Yeah, gets a single to lead things off to right field. It looked like he could have had extra bases, but just not able to get there. Good play out there in right field.
Good read on the bounce.
Yeah. Nelson able to get that ball. And here's Kanaya. He pops this one up foul and over the roof behind us. Strike one. Now, Sam, you grew up where?
I grew up here in Lexington.
Where'd you go to school at?
For high school, I went to STEAM Academy, but I technically got my diploma. Oh,
That one hit hard to right field, foul over towards the Mattress Overstock warehouse. What is STEAM Academy? What is that? Is homeschooling? Or?
it's a magnet school of sorts. I think technically it's a program, but so I got my diploma from my districted public school of Lafayette.
Okay.
But it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math.
No balls, 2 strikes here. And swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 2 for David LeBron. So that was a big strikeout for him. And now 1 out here in the second, 1 on. And you grew up a Reds fan, is that right?
I did, yeah. And
When did that start?
well, it's a generational thing. My grandfather is from Perry County, Kentucky. He's a Reds fan. My dad's a Reds fan, and so am I.
All right.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. And your dad, is he one of the Big Red Machine guys? Is that his age, or was that your grandpa?
I hear him talk about it a lot, so I don't think it much matters.
So he was your grandpa, was he a Big Red Machine guy, or was your dad, or which one talks about it a lot?
Both of them.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a small thing in my family. The Reds are everything to the Smiths.
Yeah. So you saw strike 1 there.
I did.
So when you saw Brandon Phillips out here on the field, what did you think about that?
It was big for me. I mean, I remember one of my first days working here. Actually, I saw him when I came up upstairs. He was right there, and it was.
Did you freeze up?
I did freeze up a little bit. I wanted to say hi.
But you just couldn't get it out.
I couldn't.
Pop fly here to second baseman, and nice catch there for out number 2. So after giving a leadoff single up, LeBron settled in nicely there as the catch at second base made by Taveras for out number 2. And Tyler Bloom steps in. Now, Miles Williams comes in after Bloom, popped up to second. Williams a big guy, 145, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. I believe he was the DH the other night. What I noticed about Miles Williams, he's not an oversized guy, but man, when he holds his bat, his forearms are just huge. Like you can see, seriously, like look from here. You can see his forearms when Darnell Ray actually goes down there. You can see how big his forearms are. It looks like Popeyes. That pitch in there for strike one. 1-1 the count. 1 on 2 outs here, top of the second. So you had a chance to say hi to Brandon and meet him and talk to him, and you froze up. You missed your opportunity.
I did, but I just try and think about, wow, it's not the call I was expecting on that.
Yeah, 2 balls, 1 strike.
When I was 9 years old, I actually got to run out on the field. I met Joey Votto.
Oh, that's fun, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Did you guys do like the Field of Dreams thing that we do here?
Similar, yeah.
Or did you just jump the wall and run out to meet Joey Votto?
No,
I've seen people do that.
I was a pretty well-behaved kid. I don't think that was ever on my agenda.
Good. All right. That one's high. 3-1 the count now.
I won a poetry contest.
Oh, wow, a poetry contest.
Yeah. Not something I expected a baseball team to hold, but yeah, they had a poetry contest.
No kidding.
And I submitted one specifically about Joey Votto. So I ended up running out there. He signed a ball for me.
Wow, that is awesome.
It was fun. It's a core memory.
That is a really interesting story. Swing and a miss there, and the count full now, 3-2. 2 outs, full count to Williams. Jorgen motioning for a little bit of a shift there. Count full. Runner on first. You see David LeBron looking over. Williams readies himself. LeBron checks a runner now from the stretch. Little glance to first base. And now kicks and fires. Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Right over the plate, waist high. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That was called a ball. Man.
A few calls like that in that at-bat from what I saw.
So somehow that was ball 4. And Williams on board. So 2 on 2 outs here.
Even the pitch tracker has it as a strike.
And now here's Scott Kelly, the shortstop. He's the number 8 batter in the order. That was the first walk given up by LeBron today. 2 on 2 outs.
Wow. Okay,
Same
there we
pitch.
go.
Strike 1.
Yeah.
That was the ball.
0-1 to Kelly, 230 batter, a home run, 29 RBIs. I want to thank all of you for joining us, watching the game on YouTube, listening on your car stereo, radio, wherever you are, watching, listening. Thank you for tuning in to Lexington Legends Baseball. One strike on Kelly here. Here's the 0-1. LeBron checks his runner at second, now looks in, kicks, fires, and right back to LeBron. And everybody's going to be safe. And that is a base hit for Kelly as that ball went right back to LeBron and off of his leg, and he wasn't able to chase it down fast enough to get it to one of the bases. So bases loaded for the designated hitter, Liam Scafariello. And, Sam, this is what you have a DH for. You don't want the pitcher to come up to bat, so they've got Liam coming up.
No, but I gotta imagine LeBron on the mound is fuming right now after not getting that call that he wanted, and then something unfortunate like a ball just ricocheting off your leg like that. I mean, that is a tough, tough break.
And now you got to focus and pitch. And he does. Strike 1. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You thought you had a strike 3 call on the last batter. They give him a walk, and the next guy up hits a ball off your leg, and bases are loaded. So you would have had 3 outs and left a runner stranded. Now you got bases loaded, 2 outs, and you got to pitch to the guy that's their DH. You're absolutely right. That's a tough break. And here's the 0-1. That one inside at 89 miles an hour. LeBron's been in these situations before. He's a pro. All these guys are pros. So they've been in these situations before. They know how to work out of them. Some guys do it better than others. LeBron is one of the, I think, more mature pitchers on that roster in these kind of situations. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Try to make Scaffariello chase that, and he did not. Scaffariello on the season, no home runs or RBIs. Batting average, 63, which tells me he hasn't had enough at-bats here. Played college ball at Quinnipiac College in New York. Pops this one high into the sky, and that should end the inning. Tavares underneath it and makes a catch. So they leave the bases loaded, and that will end the top of the second. We're headed to the bottom half of the second. Legends coming up. They lead here 1-0. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second, Manuel Geraldo will lead things off. The shortstop for the Legends, 250 average, 5 homers, 36 RBIs. And he lays down a little bunt. It bounces off his bat and his arm, and they'll call that dead ball there. Strike one. That was a great time to bunt because everybody in the infield was back. And you got a big guy on the mound. He would have had to rush up, and that's what they were going for. That pitch there, missing, 1 ball, 1 strike. Robbie Drakeford, is that right? All right, you don't go by Robert, that's too formal? Robbie says, I'm formal, but I like to party. That's you? All right, good. That pitch outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Adam Marson, the technical director. We got DJ Picasso down there, who, if he called in sick last night, got busted because he was on TV at the UK game. That's got to feel weird. Logan Weiler, are you down there? All right, he's got his party shirt on today, a Southern Maryland Crab shirt, it looks like. They're fun to eat. They're not fun to get rid of. And there's Bill Sally, the public address announcer. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Manuel Geraldo. Sam Wallace-Smith here on the analyst spot to bring us some of the action here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss there, and that's strike 3, Sam.
Well, I mean, I feel like that at-bat was pretty much all downhill after the failed bunt. I mean, he had to come up with a new game plan on the fly because the first one didn't work, and they were going to see through it if he tried it again. So,
yeah. That's good analyst work right there. No,
thanks.
really.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, seriously, that was good work. What you said was exactly right. He tried to lay down the bunt, but now they know he's going to try and bunt. The surprise element's gone. He had to readjust. And first pitch here to Nelson is ripped into right field for a base hit. And James Nelson has settled into his position nicely as now he gets a hit there. And that 286 average should skip a beat on up as he gets on board. And now here's Peter Edward Jorgen, the pride of Vandalia Heights. I think Vandalia Heights. I don't want to mess that up. I know he's not from Findlay. There's a throw to first to keep Nelson where he is.
I think that hit was how you take advantage of an at-bat like the one with the failed bunt right before it, because they're not going to expect somebody to try something so bold on the first pitch, 2 at-bats in a row.
You got that right. Pete is the pride of Vandalia Butler High School. Butler High School, I should say, not just Vandalia. Vandalia is where it's at. Butler High School is the school. First pitch here, strike 1. Sam Wallace-Smith, our color analyst. Our official nacho chomper is Carson. This pitch here, chopped over to first. They're going to cover first, and he gets over there. So 3-1 on the out there as Jorgen does move the runner over, which is what he probably wanted to do. And now Jesus Tavares comes up, 2 outs, and runner at second for him. Jesus Tavares playing second base. Brandon Phillips was here last night at second. Was he? No? So Brandon didn't make the weekend series here. Everybody loves to see him when he is here. They're trying to pick him off. Did they get him? No, he's back in time. That was a planned pickoff move there as they tried to get Nelson picked off there. Kelly ran behind him, the shortstop for the Dirty Birds, and almost got him, Sam. But he did not. Big lead here for Nelson. Swing and a miss by Tavares, strike 1. 1 on 2 outs, and 1 strike here to Tavares. Overcast, 80 degrees here with the wind blowing out towards right field. Official scorer today is Hugh Davis. Ashley Grigsby, the Major League Baseball stringer. This one,
wow,
right back to the pitcher. He snags it, throws to first, and that ends the inning as Cassina gets out of a mini jam, we'll call it, as a runner at second stays put. So after 2, Legends still with a 1-0 lead here, and Sam just told us about his poem he wrote for Joey Votto. And his poem won the contest, and he was allowed to go on the field with Joey Votto, and he got a baseball signed, like he told you, by Joey Votto. And what year was that?
I would have been 9 years old, I think. So
You're what, 20?
Yeah.
So let's go back 11 years. That would have been 2011.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. So 2011, 9-year-old Sam Wallace-Smith writes this poem, and he wins the Cincinnati Reds Poetry Contest for an opportunity to go out on the field. And here he goes. This is copyrighted Sam Wallace-Smith poetry. Joey steps up to the plate. The screams of MVP cheer him on. Dusty chews on his toothpick, and it's going, gone. Votto slammed it out of here. Fireworks explode overhead. The crowd rises, and we hear, and this one belongs to the Reds. Sam Wallace-Smith, copyright 2011. I love it, man. And you know what? That should have won. Hey, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Legends baseball right here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel, folks. Top of the third inning, Legends lead here 1-0. Steve Tressler, Sam Wallace-Smith, and the whole crew here bringing you Legends baseball live on Sunday, September 4th, 2022, Labor Day weekend. A lot of people out at the lake right now. Some people chilling at home, some people coming home from church, and others here at the ballpark enjoying baseball, and why not? David LeBron looks in. He'll face leadoff hitter Devon Torrance, the left fielder. And the first pitch outside, ball one. Looks like that was going to be a curve or a changeup maybe. Got out of his hand, Sam.
Well, you have to wonder if he's a little bit shaken up after his last inning.
That pitch there low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. LeBron on the day, 33 pitches. 20 of those have been strikes. So he's still pitching pretty solid. 4.25 ERA thus far this season. That pitch outside and 3-0. Torrance a .214 hitter, but he's had a good series here. That pitch there finally gets in there for strike one. And this one ripped into right field for a base hit. So Torrance had the green light on a 3-1, Sam, and he made the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, when a guy throws 3 straight balls after having 2 good innings earlier, you know something's up. You know that there's something you can take advantage of there, and I think that's exactly what he just did, especially, you know, after how out of hand last inning got with the hit coming off of the leg and the
bases loaded jam.
The bases loaded jam, the calls that he didn't get.
Well, what a testament to how him and his team got out of that, too.
Yeah.
He took that 88-mile-an-hour pitch there. You see that there?
Mm-hmm.
So he took a fastball into right field for a base hit. So 1 on, nobody out here, top of the third. That time he shows bunt, Burcham does, and nothing doing as he pulls his bat back in time. So the count 2-0 now. As the sun is starting to shine through here, and they're taking a page out of the Legends playbook. Legends have attempted a bunt twice. Tillman Pugh actually got his down. And that pitch there inside for strike one. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And then after Tillman Pugh, Geraldo, as Sam told you, tried to lay a bunt down, but then had to change strategies as the element of surprise was gone. .234 hitter, Scott Burcham, the righty here. 5 homers, 33 RBIs, and a .605 OPS. He puts that bunt down nicely, and that'll do the trick as Devon Torrance made his way to second base. Burcham out at first, so 1 on, 1 out, and the runner in scoring position now for the Dirty Birds.
And that was kind of contrary to what I said earlier about needing to catch him off guard. In that situation, when you get it exactly where you need to get it, you don't really need to surprise them. If they can't get to the ball in time, they can't get to the ball in time, and you move your guy up.
So they got a runner in scoring position. I think that was the intent there as Nick Heath comes up for his second trip. He flew out to center field last time up. Runner at second, 1 out. And the first pitch here inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one hit liner to short, caught, and Geraldo tried to double him up, Sam, but it was so quick that Tavares not able to get over there in time as you watch the replay.
Yeah, I mean, he was ready for it, but I mean, that ball came quick. There was no way I think anybody was going to get over to cover second in time for that.
Yeah, bang play there, but at least they got the out on the line drive caught by the shortstop, Geraldo. And now with 2 outs, here's Edwin Espinal. Espinal single to right his last time up. And the curveball there up high, ball 1.
You know, he's still doing well on the mound, but I really do think last inning messed with him because he was not throwing this many balls before.
Pitch count now up around 43 pitches for him. Which honestly is not bad. You know, through 3 innings, swing and a miss there, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, typically you want your pitcher between 15 and 20 pitches per inning, 20 being the most you want him to be at per inning. And he's on the low end. I mean, he hasn't even thrown 45 pitches right now, and that's the low end. So really, LeBron, even with the bases loaded jam he got out of, he's handling things well. I think he's settled nicely here.
I agree.
Here's the 1-1. This one popped up into the air. Jorgen has to fight off Edwin Espinal to get to it and make the catch. Great job by Jorgen. That's out number 3. Somebody better tell him because Jorgen ready to fire a third. Jorgen now laughs about it with Montrell. Montrell taps him and says, hey, man, it's good. We got him. And Pete Jorgen and team head to the dugout.
It's not end of the 5th, by the way.
All right, we're headed to the 3rd inning. It's still 1-0 Legends, or we're headed to the bottom of the 3rd, I should say. 1-0 Legends. We'll be back with more Legends baseball right after this. Oh, look at this. It turns out they're not going to bunt for bunt cakes. He's decided he wants to marry her, and she said yes. So she's in her Sunday dress thinking she's going to go out on the baseball field and maybe play a little game to get a bunt cake, and the man of her dreams says, will you marry me? And she says yes. Well, that's how we start the bottom of the 3rd here in Lexington, folks. Thanks for joining us for Lexington Legends Baseball. I'm Steve Tressler with Sam Wallace-Smith. And now that those two are engaged, we can get back to baseball.
She said yes. I was doing that in real time.
I didn't.
In case she said no.
I think it was me.
No balls, one strike here to Tio Martinez. She said yes. Pretty cool, huh, Sam?
Very cool.
Sam, don't you ever get married. Don't you ever do it. I'm married, Sam. There's my wife down there watching, judging. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Do I look happy to you? I'm kidding, Sam. It's great, especially when you have kids and then you got to take a second job to feed them, and then they don't care because they take advantage of your. All right, let's talk about that some other time. Back to baseball. 1-1 count on Tio Martinez. Thanks for joining us here for Lexington Legends Baseball. I'm happy and married, and here's Sam Smith. Tio chops this one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm kidding, everybody. Marriage is a joy.
I got a question about that proposal. Do you think she was on to him?
Unless it's not. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
I've never seen somebody come to a baseball game that well dressed.
You know, it's Sunday, though. They came from church, Sam.
Oh.
And
I
he
didn't
was
think of
dressed
that.
nice, so I'm guessing they probably came from somewhere. But if she was on to him, it's okay. She did a good acting job. She covered her face like, oh, my gosh, you know. This one hit high into the sky to right field, and that is out number 1. But Tio put a good bat on that ball, but Williams just in the right spot to make the catch. 1 out.
To move Tio over. Quick.
Here's Tillman. First pitch, strike 1 to him.
He sacked Bonnie last time. Move a runner up.
That's right. He moved Tio over. He had the nice sacrifice bunt there. Next pitch there, in for a strike as well. Tillman can't believe it. Look at that expression on his face. He cannot believe they called that a strike. And I don't blame him. That was really low. I'm surprised that was called strike. Yeah, Sam, you're right. Tillman had a nice sacrifice bunt there to move Tio Martinez into scoring position his first time up. And Tio ended up scoring, so the sacrifice, so to speak, paid off. And an 0-2 pitch at 88 miles an hour, and he lines it right up the middle. That's what they get for calling a strike on that last one. Tillman says, all right, fine. I'm just going to hit the next one right up the middle. Base hit for Tillman.
That was the strike call he was upset about.
And now the big man himself, Courtney Hawkins. Call! That was for you, Ashley. Courtney comes back to the plate. She loves when I do the Hawkman call. Courtney is going to kill me if he ever hears that. I hope he didn't hear it just now. Oh, Sam, that was a good noise you made. See, Courtney, it wasn't me. First pitch to Courtney outside. Tillman Pugh on base with his first hit of the day. One ball, no strikes. Foul ball there, 1-1 the count to the Hawkman. Courtney, 296 average, 44 home runs, 112 RBIs, OPS of 105.2. Now, we've told you he's close to breaking the home run record. He's close to breaking the RBI record. If his OPS goes over 1,200, he'll break the OPS record that belongs to Courtney Hawkins.
Very interesting.
I have no idea why this guy is not with an MLB club.
Wow.
Line drive straight to third, and they get the double play just like
Wow.
that. And Tillman had no reason to believe that somebody was going to catch that line drive. But that'll end the third inning. It's still a 1-0 Legends score. This is Lexington Legends Baseball right here on the Lexington Legends Baseball Network. Be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky, and looks like they've got the clubhouse door open over there, the Most Southwest Grill clubhouse door, and they've shut that. Now David LeBron ready to go. He steps on the mound facing Casimo Canaya. And swing and a miss here, and the fourth inning's underway. Canaya batting a very strong 357 with a 902 OPS. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Now he calls timeout. Here's the 1-0. And this one fouled out of play. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, excuse me, 0-2. There's a good look at some of the Padres that have made it to the game today. Swing and a miss there, and strike 3, and that is out number 1.
Seems like maybe he's feeling a little more locked in again after that last inning.
Oh, yeah. He fired that one in there for strike 3. And that's the second time today that Canaya went down swinging on strikes. First pitch here, ripped into right field, going over and making the running grab is James Nelson. Showing you that he can do it not just with his bat, but with his legs and his arms. Watch this here, replay. Line drive, Jorgen on the run, and makes a beautiful catch right in front of the MLB Partner League sign with the ALPB. 2 up, 2 down, Sam.
I really love outfielders who really, really hustle. There's outfielders on the major league level who I don't see doing that, who just jog for line outs and fly balls.
And first pitch here, ball 1 to Blom. Anybody you can think of right off the top of your head that you think doesn't give it all they should?
Yeah, Nick Castellanos.
Really?
Yeah, great hitter, just really phones it in the outfield.
Okay. And swing and a miss there, strike 1. 1-1 the count. So Nick Castellanos, Sam Wallace-Smith is here in Lexington. If you have something to say to him about his hustle.
I got plenty of nice things to say about Nick Castellanos, too, so.
I don't think he'll care about those. 1-1. But you know what? When you're making Nick Castellanos money, I don't think you care what anybody says.
I'm sure he does.
I know I wouldn't. I would just go out there and do what I do. And
Yep.
But you're right, and who was great at doing that was Marty Brenneman. He would tell you, and that's why he was so well loved by the fans. Swing and a miss there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marty called it like he saw it. If a guy wasn't hustling, he would say, hey, the reason that happened is he didn't hustle. He didn't run that bunt out, and that's why he got thrown out at first. Had he been running, he would have made it, and he got into it with players over the years several times. And you can, Google some of the stories that he really got into it with several Cincinnati Reds. Swing and a miss there, and LeBron with another strikeout, and that'll end the top of the 4th. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Legends ahead here, 1-0. We'll be back with bottom of the 4th action right after this. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Isaiah Tejeda will start things off for the Legends here. He represents the only RBI that has been produced in this game thus far, as he singled in Teo Martinez in the first, and that is where we had the 1-0 score here. First pitch to him, rip foul.
Nice little spin there.
Yeah, good little spin there, and Trey Hunt gets out of the way just in time, as he is the first base coach for now. No balls, one strike to the first baseman, Isaiah Tejeda. I look over at 5, Trey Hunt, and I always think Jordani Valdick spin, but he's no longer here, and I keep thinking that's him for some reason. Swing and a miss there to Tejeda. 0-2, the 80-mile-an-hour pitch, he was ahead of that one. Had him fooled. And Sam, your dad just sent you a text. What did it say there about Marty?
Said that at some point over his career, Marty Brenneman was actually called into the commissioner's office over some comments he made about umpires.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Marty called it like he saw it. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the first baseman.
You guys ready to be on TV?
Long look in. And you can wave over there, wave to the TVs. Stick your head over here out the window and wave to the camera over there in far right. Here's the 1-2. And that one's going to be low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All the fans making some noise here. Here's the 2-2. This one chopped towards short by Tejeda. Third baseman charges it, throws to first, and they're going to tag him out there as the throw was a little off. But they do get Tejeda as he charges his way down to first for out number 1. So 1 out. Here's Montrell Marshall. Good play there by Kanea as he charged that and threw it to Espinal for out number 1. Montrell Marshall, 253, 18 homers, and 64 RBIs. First pitch air check swing. Did not go around, ball 1. Colorado in a final over the Reds, 8-4 today. There's the 1-0. That pitch inside to Marshall. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, normally, Sam, when you're here, you're on one of the cameras.
That's right.
And how is it different?
From doing this,
Yeah.
just about every way imaginable.
I can imagine. And this one fouled out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. You're used to pointing the camera and not saying a word. And Do you enjoy that work, though?
I do, yeah. I mean, sometimes the standing still, that is, for 3 to 4 hours can get a little rough, but.
And that pitch low and inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. I can imagine.
Yeah.
You know, you see the guys that do it when you go up to Great American, and some of those cameramen, they have chairs next to them because it gets very tiring. If you have to do anything on your feet for 4 hours, it'll wear you down. And Marshall hits this one solid to center field, but right there to make the grab is Nick Heath for out number 2. Marshall, you know, he is one guy that seems to hit the ball really well, but right to a fielder. And if that ever changes, his numbers are going to shoot up because he gets a hold of quite a few pitches. And now with 2 outs, Manuel Geraldo, the shortstop, will come up for the Legends.
On the topic of players who have a knack for hitting it straight to fielders, I think Joey Votto does that a lot too.
Yeah, he absolutely does, especially since the shift has been so prevalent in Major League Baseball over the last 10 years. I mean, could you imagine if they did not have a shift over the last 10 years in baseball? Votto would have, I bet, 20 to 30 points higher on his average.
Definitely.
Here's the 1-0 to Geraldo. Geraldo, a switch hitter, so he's on the left side today, facing the right-handed Cassina. Cassina now 2 strikeouts so far, 54 pitches, 35 of those strikes. And it's 1-1 to the Legends shortstop. Quite a few people have made it to the game here on Sunday. Quite a few more still coming in. That pitch inside, 2-1.
Whoa. Almost threw the ball past his man on the mound there on the return.
Good thing nobody was on base.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here's the 2-1 to Geraldo. And that pitch low and away. 3-1 now. Geraldo, 248 average, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs. You can see some of those kids out there in the background of that shot there, Sam. That's a great age. You don't have to worry about the game at all. You can just run around and act silly. Say, run up there, give your buddy a hug. Why not? That's what baseball games are for. Little chopper to third. Kanaya grabs it, fires to first, and boy, what an arm he's got at third. And that is out number 3.
Great play.
After 4, Legends still ahead here, 1-0. We're headed to the 5th. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. Be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Wild Hill Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Legends lead 1-0 here. Game 3 of our 3-game series, the rubber match. Whoever wins today wins the series. First pitch from LeBron upstairs, ball 1. Scott Kelly facing him for the second time today. Last time Kelly, he hit that ball right back to LeBron, remember, off his leg and was able to reach base. And that hit there loaded the bases, but they got out of the jam because the DH hit a pop-up to second. And that's as close as they've got to scoring. They had bases loaded, but just not able to get a run in. 1-1 strike to Kelly. And a little check foul there, strike 2.
I know that the Legends lead is not, too big right now. It's a tight game still, but I do feel like PJ Phillips has got to be pretty happy with how it's going right now because nobody's trying to be a hero. Everybody's just going out and doing their job right now, and that's the best thing you can ask for.
Yeah. There's a split screen for you. 1 ball, 2 strike, or 2-2. That one inside. Count goes full now, 3-2. And he draws the walk there, ball 4. So the leadoff batter is on base here in the top of the 5th. Dirty Birds trail 1-0. And the DH, Liam Scaffariello, comes up to bat. .81 degrees here in Lexington, overcast. A little shift going on there, and the runner goes, and the throw down there, but did they get him? No, he was underneath the tag.
I want to see a replay of that one.
Stolen base there. Here's the replay. Ask and you shall receive, Sam. Here it is. Throw just a little high, I think, down there.
Oh, yeah, he's in there.
It was on time, but just a little off. So credit Kelly with a stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes. And now they got a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking about that wild card race earlier. And High Point, Lancaster lead that wild card race, but the Genomes 2.5 games back. Something tells me they're going to make their way into the playoffs. I think they're going to leapfrog Lancaster and High Point and make their way into that last spot, and I think we'll have playoff baseball here in Lexington. Strike 2, and I just wish the Legends had a legitimate shot of getting in there because they've been playing solid baseball. Their last 10, they're 6-4. The bats have started to get hot here for this team, and it's just going to be too little too late, I'm afraid. But I'm not going to say there's no chance because you can't say that. Crazier things have happened. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And when I say that, I think about the Cardinals last year. I mean, Cardinals won 25-28 to end the season and somehow moved into the playoffs and pushed the Reds and the Brewers out of it, and that was just completely unexpected.
How'd the playoffs go?
High Point's 4-game winning streak has actually put them in the top spot in that wild card race. So they are 7-3 in their last 10. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss, and LeBron gets Liam swinging, and that is out number 2, and that was a big out, was it not?
It was, and I am noticing something about LeBron. I said earlier I thought he was kind of sweating it in the 3rd inning, and I do still think that might have been true, but he does seem like a guy who still keeps his head on straight, even when the bad stuff happens.
Yeah, LeBron is a pro. He worked out of that bases-loaded jam, and you thought it had him rattled. I don't think it did. I just think that happens in baseball. And I think he was glad to get out of that jam. I certainly agree with you there. But I don't think it had him, too rattled. I think that happens, and he throws strikes, and it looks like he's on top of everything now. But that's a great thing about doing the analyst work. You can say whatever you want. You're the analyst.
I guess that's true.
And the reason they call it the color analyst, right, because you have a play-by-play, which is what I'm doing. I'm telling them balls and strikes. You got the color analyst. Mm-hmm. Well, it's because when people would listen on radio, Sam, the play-by-play guy would say he winds up, he throws the ball, it's outside, and the color analyst, since they couldn't see it, they had to imagine it, he would paint the picture, right? He added color to what the play-by-play guy was saying because this is before TV. Mm-hmm. So you have the fun job. You have all the action. I just tell them what happened. You tell them why it happened the way it did.
Okay.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Top of the 5th. Bless you, Carson. And this one hit to left field. Hawkins moving over to his left. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, I mean, another thing I like about LeBron that I'm starting to notice about him is that he's not afraid of contact. And somebody on the higher levels of the game who comes to mind with that is Wade Miley to me. And I think that's how he got that no-hitter. He wasn't afraid to let guys hit the ball because he knew he could count on his fielders.
Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely.
And I think that's why things are still going well for LeBron in this game.
Was that last batter? Was that not Terrence? Yeah. Okay.
First pitch here in for a strike.
Is this not Burcham at the plate? Yes.
Swing and a miss by Burcham. No balls, one strike. 2 outs, runner at second for the Dirty Birds. They're struggling to get that runner in, Sam. Burcham, 234, 5 homers, 33 RBIs. He hits this one straight away center. Moving over and making the snag there is Martinez. And once again, Sam, they get out of the inning, leaving a runner stranded in scoring position.
I mean, LeBron was already walking back to the dugout when that ball was in the air. He knows he can count on his guys.
Absolutely. You got to trust those guys. That's why, as a pitcher, you throw strikes, you got 7 guys behind you to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And the fielders will tell you, hey, let him hit it. That's why you got us here.
Exactly.
We're at halftime, folks. 4.5 innings into the game. It's the Legends 1, the Dirty Birds nothing. Legends coming up to bat right after this. Welcome back to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky. This is Legends Baseball. I'm Steve Tressler and Sam Wallace-Smith joining me. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Legends lead 1-0 on the Dirty Birds in Game 3 of our 3-game series. After this series is over, the Legends hit the road and they follow the Dirty Birds back to Charleston for a 3-game series beginning Tuesday night. Then they will move from Charleston to Gastonia. They'll all jump on the bus and grab their stuff and head to Gastonia for a 3-game series before coming back to Lexington. And then they'll wrap up the season here with the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes. 2 balls, no strikes to James Nelson, the right fielder. A little check swing there. Did he go? Nope. 3 balls, no strikes. Nelson singled to right his last time up. .375 hitter. No RBIs, no home runs yet. And that pitch there, and there for a strike. So now 3-1 to Nelson. Don't forget the Genomes will be in town, folks, so if you're able to, come on out. That one fouled back, strike 1. Come on out on Tuesday and watch the Genomes as they begin a 3-game series here in their home stretch. Full count now to Nelson. Here's the payoff. And hit deep left field. Did he get his first home run? He did. James Nelson got his first HR as a Lexington legend. And number 14 rounds the bases as a legend for the first time.
That was just a real smart at-bat the whole time, the whole way through. I mean, he waited for exactly the pitch he wanted. He stayed alive, and when he got it, he did everything he could with it.
So James Nelson on a full count there, just like Sam told you, on a full count, waited on the pitch he was looking for, and that time it was 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and he took it straight out of here to left field for home run number 1 and his first RBI as well. So good move there for him. Jorgen, first pitch to him, 88 miles an hour, and he'll foul that off for strike 1. So a good game so far for Nelson, as he is now 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. And Jorgen fouls this one back, 0-2. Legends on top 2-0. And Jorgen fouls this one to us. Hey, how about that? That came right here to us.
Whoa.
Hey, man, that ball made it all the way back down to the front row. How about that? Jorgen last time grounded out to the pitcher. And this time he's going to rip it into center field and keep it going for the Legends with a base hit right up the middle for the catcher. So you're going to improve that 240 average.
Did he foul off everything he got in that at-bat? Did he foul off everything he got in that at-bat?
Yeah, 3 fouls and base hit.
Wow. I mean, that just tells you he's seeing the ball really, really well, I guess.
Jorgen has come a long way, especially since the beginning of the year. Had a good season last season as well. And the first pitch here, outside, ball 1 to Tavares. Tavares, 238, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Long look this time now. He'll kick and fire. And Tavares sends this one into deep left center, running over, and it's going to bounce off the wall. And that's going to be a double for him as it bounces off the strikeout, the Lexington Clinic strikeout clock. So runners at second and third and nobody out, Sam, here in the 5th.
Now I have a question. Would that have been a ground rule double anyway since
That
it
is a
bounced
ground
off?
rule double. They just didn't throw up their hands because
Yeah.
they were able to play it, I think.
All right.
But anytime that ball bounces off the wall like that, it is.
That's what I thought.
Now, if it would have just hit the regular wall, it would not have been. But that one they could have thrown their hands up and said, hey, help, ground rule double, and that would have been it. So now there's a little bit of movement out there in the bullpen for the Dirty Birds. Legends with a 2-0 lead here, bottom of the 5th, 2 on, nobody out, and the leadoff hitter coming to the plate, Tio Martinez. And first pitch here, foul out of play, strike 1, line drive. Foul, and well, you got to be careful over there in the stands, don't you, with those balls coming like that, Sam?
Oh, yeah. I've been wondering all season if one's going to make its way into the press box.
We've come close. We had one hit this window the other day.
I remember that. I think this is an inning that the Legends have known was coming the whole game.
And this pitch gets away from the catcher and right in front of him, but he didn't see it. And he's lucky he didn't get by him because waiting right there at third base and ready to score was Jorgen.
I think everybody on the Legends knew that if they just went out there and did whatever they could in the moment, eventually they would catch this guy making some mistakes. And now they've got 2 runners in scoring position, and they've got no outs.
And this pitch here fouled off as well. Hey, look at that. That little lady. Look how excited she is. That's great. So that little girl got her a foul ball, and she was so pumped up. Look at that. She's showing everybody. Oh, you can't touch it yet. She just got it. No, she's not going to give that back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, no, he's going to try to throw it. She gave it to her little brother. He's 2, and he was getting ready to throw it, it looked like. Of course, they all yell no, so cooler heads prevailed there. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Martinez. Martinez today is 1 for 2. He singled his first time up to left, and then he flew out to right field. Batting .224 on the season, but really, since he's been a Legend, has hit better than that. Most of those numbers are genome numbers, but as a Legend, he's played extremely well. And here he is again with a rip to left field. That might be a sacrifice fly. Here comes Jorgen, and it will be, as he'll get in there in plenty of time. So Teo Martinez, sacrifice fly, scores a run to left field.
And again, you know, just going up there and not trying to be a hero. I mean, he could have, if he had tried to hit a home run on purpose, he wouldn't have gotten anything out of that. But he had a runner on third, and he knew that he could do something with that.
And he did. Fly ball to left field counts, and that'll be a sac fly for Teo Martinez. And now Legends lead 3-0 here as Tillman Pugh comes to the plate. .254 for Tillman, swinging a miss on the first pitch there. Changeup got him looking, or got him swinging ahead, strike 1. Jesus Tavares, the only runner aboard now. Jorgen scored on the sacrifice fly by Teo Martinez a moment ago. Extended that Legends lead to 3-0. Cassina not pitching a bad game, honestly. Tillman Pugh hits this one straight away center. It might be playable, and it is, and that's out number 2. But Tavares tags up from second and makes his way to third, and Pugh hit it deep enough to get him to move along, Sam.
Yeah, well, now that you've got a runner just a few feet away from home, this is the time when you want somebody to come up and maybe kind of try and be a hero. And if that's the case, this is the guy that you want.
Absolutely. Courtney Hawkins, as he steps in, they lead 3-0 here.
Somebody said they weren't sharing up here, so there's some great pastries from Connie.
Tell her.
First pitch here to Hawkins. He hits it sky high to center field. It's got the height, but I'm afraid it does not have the distance. And making the catch, there's Nick Heath. That'll end the inning, but the Legends do get a run, extend that lead out. It's 3-0. We're headed to the 6th. This is Legends Baseball on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. you go. Top of the 6th. Nick Heath just made the catch in center field. Now he's coming up to bat to begin the 6th inning here. And I want to say thank you to Connie Jorgen, who sent up some treats to the press box, and I'm trying to share them with everybody. But I just did have a piece of that baklava she sent up, and it was fantastic. I don't know if Pete Jorgen is living at home right now. I hope not, because if he is, it's going to slow him down because Mom's going to be making all this food for him, and it's going to fatten him up. So it's probably a good idea if he's not. That pitch there missing as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Baklava, if you don't know, is a layered pastry dessert. It is very delicious. It's normally made with chopped nuts and sweetened with syrup or honey, and it's probably the most popular thing in the Ottoman Empire. And Bill Salih's coming down for some baklava. Look at that. So Connie, if the public address announcer sounds extra happy, that's thanks to you, as he is tearing into it. The Ottoman Empire was famous for making baklava. So it is a Middle Eastern treat, and my wife is Lebanese. So baklava is something we eat at our house more than we should. But I got to say, this is good stuff here. So great job. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Nick Heath. And he fouls this one off. Count full now, Sam.
Looks like he's batting .206 on the season right now. 4 home runs, 25 RBIs. So, I think he's going to look to raise those numbers in this at-bat and actually contribute something.
I hope you're wrong. I hope he doesn't get on base. But are you? No.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you. All right. Line drive out. So I rebuke everything you just said, Sam. So 1 up, 1 down there as Nick Heath flies out to center field for out number 1. And now coming up to the plate is Edwin Espinal, the first baseman. He was single to right today, and then he popped out to the catcher. Nobody on 1 out for him. Full windup from LeBron, and that one's going to be high, ball 1. Yes, sir. All right, Bill Salih, our public address announcer, wants to let Connie know that was the best baklava he has ever had, Connie. So thank you for the delicious treat. It is. It's fantastic. Now, I'm not going to say it's better than my wife's, but it was better than my wife's. It's really good, though, Connie. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one hit up into the air. Right field coming up and making the grab in the sun. Oh, and his face, and it popped out. Nelson came up to make the grab, but, boy, he was fighting as the sun was just coming out of the clouds right as the ball got to him. Boy, you couldn't have timed that any worse for him as you watch the replay. At that moment, the sun had just come out of the clouds, and he lost it right there. It actually hit him. I'm glad he's all right because that can be dangerous. So that's not an error. That's going to be a base hit because he had nothing to do with dropping that ball. That was God's plan, I'm afraid. And that's where the DJ cues Drake, God's plan. So 1 on 1 out here as Espinal gets credit for a single that time. And that went in there for strike 1, 88-mile-an-hour pitch from LeBron. So now Edwin Espinal is 2 for 3 today. Pitch gets away from Jorgen. He chases it down, though, before anything else can happen. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Casamo Canella, 345 average, 2 RBIs, no homers yet. And chops this one down the third base side, foul, and a little one-handed grab down there almost by that third base coach. That had to sting. Looks like that was Joe Tessa. Was that Billy Horn? All right, so Ashley told me it was Billy Horn. I believe her. I don't have any glasses on today. So good grab by Billy Horn there, former player himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's going to be low. 2-2 the count now. Sam, did you play Little League Baseball?
Yeah, not too long ago. I think I quit when I was around 11.
All right. Wouldn't it be fun to go back and play now and people think you're 11? That one chopped foul, 2-2. Count stays the same. What's that?
So do you think they believe that?
If you shave, yeah. You look like you're 7 right now. I don't know what you're talking about. You got one of those faces where you'll get carded until you're about 30. I did. I always looked so much younger than I was that when I told people when I was in college that I had already been in the Marines for 4 years, they didn't believe me. And this pitch here, 2-2, hit up the middle for a base hit. And now here in the 6th, 2 on, 1 out. And LeBron's pitch count now up around 83 pitches here. So he's got at least one more good inning in him here. He's pitching shutout baseball. He's only given up 4 hits. So a great outing so far for David LeBron. 5 strikeouts through 5 1/3. 2 on, 1 out, and now Tyler Blom comes up. And that pitch there low, but strike 1. I thought for sure that was a ball. And what's Tyler done this year?
Well, he's batting .245 on the season. Only 1 home run, but 17 RBIs isn't too bad, and the OPS is impressive too.
Yeah, for a guy batting .245, he gets on base, it looks like. So he's got a runner in scoring position. That pitch there in strike 2. So quickly 0-2 to Tyler Blom. And that was one of the hardest pitches he's thrown all day, Sam. 89-mile-an-hour fastball there. That is about where his fastball is. 89-90 is when he's throwing his hardest. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here for David LeBron, who has pitched stellar baseball today. And he will foul this one out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. I want to thank all of you for joining us here for Lexington Legends Baseball. Whether you're a Lexington Legends fan or a Charleston Dirty Bird, we appreciate you tuning in. And I do want to say hello to Angel Garcett's family who's watching today somewhere, I'm sure. Hello to you guys. And I understand Garcett, your son, he's got a little bit of maybe a pulled muscle or something, so he wasn't in the lineup, but I'm sure we'll see him next time. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that pitch there looked pretty good, and he thought he was out. Tyler thought he was out. He started walking back to the dugout, but no call from Darnell Ray, and now it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Tyler Blom. He's the catcher for the Dirty Birds, and he hits this one up into the sky, and it's going to go foul. Tejeda made a move that way, a couple steps, but it's not going to be able to get over there to make the play as it's deep into the stands. Legends now lead 3-0 as we are in the top of the 6th here in Lexington. This is the rubber match here of the 3-game set. Legends won 16-7 on Friday night, and they put on a hitting display between Teo Martinez and Isaiah Tejeda, who had 3 homers. They were all over the Dirty Birds. Dirty Birds came back and fought a hard-fought game through 12 innings and finally came away with a 1-run win. And that went upstairs, and Jorgen throws down to first, tries to get the runner there picked off. That was Canelo who went back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out now. And the attendance for tonight, I'm going to guess 1858. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one ripped to Geraldo. He catches it. Wow, what a catch by Manuel Geraldo. Line drive to the shortstop, and he leaped out of his shoes and got it. Watch the replay here. Woo! And keep it on Geraldo there as he, I wish we got that bow from him. He took a nice bow and blew a kiss to somebody over there. I think to the Dirty Birds dugout as they were kind of razzing him a little bit because he took a bow. Nice catch there. 2 on, 2 outs now for the Dirty Birds as they are still being held scoreless through 5 2/3 by David LeBron. And he is out from getting out of this inning. Swing and a miss here by Miles Williams, the right fielder, strike 1. Official attendance today, 1,765 here to witness the titanic struggle between the Dirty Birds and the Legends. A little nod to Marty Brenneman there. 1,765 official attendance. This one deep left field. That could be trouble. Going back. Gone. We are tied up at 3 apiece. As he throws the 0-1, 81 mile an hour pitch that gets Miles Williams, who knocks it over the left field wall, Sam, and we're tied at 3. But credit Miles Williams for the home run because he took a 0-1 pitch there and with one swing of the bat tied things up.
It takes skill to take advantage of a pitcher's mistake for sure, but the mistake was there nonetheless. I think he was trying a little bit too hard.
Well, tie ball game now, and we've got us a ball game, folks, as Scott Kelly comes up to bat. 3-3 score. And this one hit up the middle. Geraldo charges it, but can't come up with it. After making a stellar grab on a line drive to short, he charged that grounder there and wasn't able to come up with it and get the throw off. So runner aboard with 2 outs here, and the Dirty Birds have put 3 runs up here in the 6th inning and tied things up. Through 5 2/3, David LeBron pitched shutout baseball. And that tells you how quick things can change, and that's why those walks and those little bloop singles and, somebody tries to make a catch and, sometimes, like out in the outfield there where that Nelson couldn't come up with that catch, that would have been 3 outs on that line drive out, but that put a runner on board. And those little things, you don't think about them, but they add up. And, boy, you talk about walks haunting, Tio Martinez, or the other night, one of the 3-run home runs by Tejeda. The 2 guys got on because of walks. Here's the 0-1. They throw over to first. Oh, that was close. They tried to pick Kelly off over there, and I thought they had him as you watch the replay. Let's see. We got the picture-in-picture here. Ooh, thought he got his leg, and he was looking down at I think the ump was looking at his hand. He should have been looking back at that leg. Here's the 0-1 from LeBron to Scafariello. And Scafariello sees strike 2 there after fouling off 1. He looks at that pitch, and it's 0-2. 3-3 score here, top of the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. Long look by LeBron. Now he kicks and fires. Outside ball 1. Runner goes. He'll be in there. Scott Kelly now at second. He reached on an error by a short. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one fouled back by Scafariello. It's either Scafariello or Scafariello. We don't have a pronunciation guide, so if I'm messing his name up, I do apologize.
I still feel like he's trying to strike this guy out. There's 2 outs. I'm looking for that 3rd out however I can get it. You know?
I want him to do whatever he thinks he can do here and get out of this inning. But, that's the job, right? That's the pitcher's job. You want to strike everybody out. You have to, and if they happen to hit it, that's just a byproduct, right? And, that's what you have fielders for. But if the pitcher can get away, Sam, with just striking everybody out, he'll do it, right?
Well, I think there's value in throwing something that a guy has a pretty good chance of making contact with, or feeling like you can rely on your guys to make the playoffs.
True, but I don't know that a competitor wants to throw something that a guy will hit, I don't know that if you're a competitor, you don't ever want to throw a pitch you think a guy has a shot at hitting. And really, I think at this level, every player has a shot at hitting anything, right? Maybe. Full count now. He had him 0-2 there, Sam, so now it's full 3-2. And here's a payoff pitch. Let's hope he can get this one across. And struck him out. And Scafariello thought he had a walk, and he threw his bat to the dugout, and he can follow it because that ends the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. We have a tie score 3-3. This is a ball game, folks. We'll be back with more Legends baseball right after this. Bottom of the 6th. First pitch outside. Ball 1 to Tejeda, the first baseman. Able to tie the game up at 3 apiece. The Dirty Birds have made a game out of this now as we go into the bottom of the 6th. Tejeda, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, looks at strike 1 there. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Marshall on deck, Geraldo in the hole. Tejeda today singled to left and grounded out to third. Here's the 1-1. That one misses outside. 2-1 the count. Thanks again for joining us, everybody, for Legends Baseball as they host the Dirty Birds here in Game 3. When this one's over, both teams will load the buses and head to Charleston. They'll take Monday off, and then the Genomes have a 6-game homestand here in Lexington. And the Genomes will, I believe, host the High Point Rockers and the Honey Hunters themselves. 3 balls, 1 strike to Tejeda. This one hit into the gap for a base hit, so a single to right for the first baseman, Isaiah Tejeda, to get things going here in the bottom of the 6th. They want to get another run on there to give their pitcher a chance for the W. And Montrell Marshall coming up. He is struck out and lined out to center field. And first pitch here hit high into the sky by Marshall. It'll sail foul. Oh and 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss there, and quickly it's 0-2 to the Legends' third baseman, Montrell Marshall. Alec Casania is still on the mound. 85 pitches so far for their starter. That one inside, 1-2 now to Marshall. Here's the 1-2. Here's a chopper to third. Possible 2-bagger there, or two-out play. So, wanted to say possible double header or double play ball there, and it was. So Marshall grounds into a double play, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is a 5-4-3 double play. And that leads us to our 6th-inning trivia question today, folks. What year did the first officially recorded baseball game take place in America? Not the first game ever, the first officially recorded baseball game. When did it take place here in America? What year was that? I heard 1848. And that pitch is low, ball 1 to Geraldo. Bill Sally, are you in on this one? What year did the very first official baseball game take place, officially recorded baseball game take place in America? Was it 1788, 1845, 1846, 1848, 1855?
Great stop.
And that'll end the inning. Geraldo grounds out to second. And we're headed to the 7th, folks. The answer to the trivia question when we get back right after this. Top of the 7th inning here in Lexington, Kentucky at Wild Health Field. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We've got a great baseball game for you. Legends and Dirty Birds tied at 3. I'm Steve Tressler. Alongside of me, Sam Wallace-Smith and Carson, the superstar. First pitch here, new pitcher on the mound, Jeff Thompson. Thank you. That's why you all are here. Jeff Thompson replaces David LeBron. You can close the book on David LeBron. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Tell us about Jeff Thompson.
It looks like he's rolling with a 8.64 ERA at the moment. He is 30 years old. He's played in 20 games, and he's got a record of 2 wins and 6 losses.
I pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Where's he from?
I believe he's from Louisville, actually. Right
Jeff
here in
Thompson
Kentucky.
is from Louisville, Kentucky. That pitch chopped away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's a big guy, too. He's 6'6", 250 pounds. Born September 23rd, 1991. He's got a birthday coming up here soon. Ashley, we're going to do anything for Jeff's birthday. It's on the 23rd, 5 days after the season ends. You're not doing nothing? All right. Let's start making plans. That one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now. Devon Torrance, the leadoff batter at the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Only hit was a single to right, his second time up. And this one, chop foul. Count stays the same. Full count here to Torrance. Thompson from the stretch, kicks and fires, swing and a miss on an 85-mile-an-hour pitch, and that is strikeout number 1 for Jeff Thompson. Good pitch there, Sam.
Definitely.
Dynamite drop in, Sam. That broadcasting class paid off for you this summer. Little baseball reference there, Major League. Remember that? Remember what the kid's name was that broadcasted with now it's slipping my mind after I said it. Bob Uecker, that's right. What was his name in the movie? Harry Doyle. Now that's your trivia question, Sam. Who was the broadcast partner for Harry Doyle? That's the line I just said. You swing and a miss here, 1-1. Harry Doyle says to his analyst. Was it Marty? I thought it was Marty. Was it Marty? Monty, that's right. Dynamite drop in, Monty. This one ripped to short. Geraldo picks it up and makes light work of that, and that is out number 2. Tie score, 2 outs, top of the 7th here in Lexington. Legends jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first. They were able to extend that lead by putting 2 more up in the 5th inning. And they thought it was clear sailing until the Dirty Birds put 3 up last inning to tie it up. And that was a Miles Williams 3-run home run, and it's 3-3. And pitch inside.
I'm interested to see if the Legends keep doing what's been working for them or what was working for them. I feel like when you have the lead and it gets taken from you, there's a knee-jerk reaction to start trying really hard to get big hits, to start hitting home runs, to start trying to be a hero, which is what I've been saying will kill you every time. So
1-1. Go ahead.
I hope they just
play fundamental baseball.
Exactly.
Just keep playing like you are. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you're right. You know, sometimes you lose a lead, the game gets tied up, and you go into panic mode. Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't, right? You should just keep playing the way you know how, and it's like a bank account, right? It all adds up. You just keep chipping away at it. especially if you're in a hole. Like I've seen games where teams have been behind 8-0, 9-0, and they do what you did, and they end up losing 9-1 because they go into panic mode. But really, you just got to chip away at it. You just keep chipping away at it, get a run here, a run there, and do what you can, and before you know it, you got a chance to win the game. And really, that's a testament to what the Dirty Birds did last night. They hung around, and if you let teams hang around, eventually you'll get beat. That one fouled off his leg. Count stays 2-2. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. 3-3 score in Lexington, Kentucky from Wild Health Field. Now, we told you what the Legends were doing, but the Dirty Birds are a half game ahead of the Legends in that wild card race. Both those teams are in the 5 and 6 spots in that wild card race. That pitch there is going to ring him up, and strike 3, and that will end the inning as Nick Heath goes down looking. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Hey, it's time for the 7th inning stretch, folks. Do it at home. We'll do it here, and we'll be right back with more Legends baseball right after this. We hope you got a good stretch in there. Welcome back to Lexington, Kentucky. Answer the trivia question. June 19th, 1846 was the very first officially recorded game. June 19th, 1846 in Hoboken, New Jersey, as the New York Nine defeated the Knickerbockers 23-1, folks. So there you go. That's your answer to our trivia question today for baseball trivia. James Nelson at the plate. He's facing Bruce Bell. What do we know about Bruce Bell, Sam?
Well, he actually he's played for 3 teams this season. He started the season with the Genomes, and then was with the Legends for a bit, and of course is now with the Dirty Birds, as we can see. He's 25 years old, also from Louisville, Kentucky. And
All right.
he has only pitched 1 inning for the Dirty Birds. So
Really?
far.
So it's only the second time he's appeared. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike now to James Nelson. Nelson's last time at the plate, he got a home run, and that was also not only his first home run, but his first RBI as a Lexington legend. 2 balls, 1 strike, and here's Bruce Bell winding up and firing, and that one outside. 3-1 the count. That one fouled back. Count full now. 3-2 to James Nelson. He is 2 for 2 today. He singled to right his first trip to the plate. Second time up, as we told you, at home run. That one hit right back up the middle for a base hit. So he is 3 for 3 tonight. And this afternoon, I should say, as he singles to center there on a 3-2 pitch, he hits a line drive right up the middle.
It's exactly the kind of hits that they need right now to get that lead back. If the next batter and the next batter and the next batter can have at-bats like that, then this game is theirs.
So last night, Darrell Thompson won his 14th game as High Point Rockers walked off the York Revolution. Gastonia last night came from behind to get a win, and Charleston, of course, here prevailed in 12 innings. This one here, runner goes. Is he going to be in there? Nope, they got him. Nelson thrown out, trying to steal second, and that is out number 1.
That's panic mode to me. I admire aggressive base running, but when you're trying to get a lead back.
I don't know. I don't think it's panic move. I think it's just trying to move into scoring position, try to take the lead. Think so? You think they're panicking?
Well, I think that was not a necessary thing to do. I think they could have moved him up in a different way that's a little bit more reliable than that.
Okay. That pitch misses. 2-0 now to Jorgen. Kelsey Whitmore got a base hit last night as well for Staten Island Ferry Hawks. Good on you, Kelsey. Here's a 2-0. Jorgen hits this, a liner to second, a sliding grab there, and he's thrown out going to second, or going to first. So it could have been a double play either way, right? So
I don't think they would have gotten both of them on that play. I don't think so.
Well, 2 outs. Jesus Tavares coming to the plate. Jorgen today, 1 for 3 after grounding out that time. Swing and a miss here by Jesus Tavares. He doubled to left center his last time up. Here's the 0-1. And he chops this one foul down the first base side. And now a little souvenir over there as Trey Hunt tosses to one of the little leaguers on the side. Good on you, Trey. This one hit deep right field, going back to the wall. Out of here.
Nice.
Home run. And Jesus Tavares has had a heck of a weekend. That was the second home run of the weekend for him. And that gives the Legends a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
And you know what? Right before he did that, I was just about to say, in this scenario where there's 2 outs, the game is tied, nobody on base, you might as well swing for the fences. And, well, he did it. Yeah.
And he did. So Jesus Tavares with another home run. And that was huge because that gives the Legends the 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. And now the top of the order, Intio Martinez at the plate. And he takes the first pitch and hits it to right field, foul. But he got all of that pitch. Strike 1. So Tavares now with a double and a home run today. Martinez today is 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice flies last time up. Prior to that, though, he flew out to right and singled to left. 224, 7 homers, 27 RBIs for the right fielder who's in center field right now. That pitch there just misses. 1-1. That was home run number 3 of the season for Jesus Tavares. Here's the 1-1. This one fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, all throughout, Sam, this league right now, as the last month of baseball has reached now. It's upon us. And then tomorrow, all the teams are off on the 5th. We start the last 2 weeks of baseball in the Atlantic League. That pitch high, 2-2 to Martinez. And it's going to be an absolute war for that wild card spot. I mean, it is going to be an absolute war between 4 teams to try to get that last spot in the wild card. It'll be really interesting to see who comes out. Swing and a miss there by Martinez, and that is strike 3. That'll end the inning. Folks, we're headed to the 8th. Legends get a 4-3 lead thanks to a solo shot by Jesus Tavares. This is Lexington Legends Baseball on the Legends Baseball Network. Top of the 8th inning, Jeff Thompson still on the bump here, and now the music stops, and Espinal gets back into the batter's box here. Edwin Espinal. I said Espinal, that's not right. It's Espinal. First pitch there, in there for strike 1, hits the outside corner. Edwin Espinal at the plate. He is the number 4 hitter. He singled to right twice, and he popped out on a hit just like that to Jorgen, and Jorgen is going to put him out twice here. Nice play by Jorgen. Boy, that was a tough play to make, and the sure-handed Jorgen able to find the ball in the sun there, and that's out number 1. That's the second time he's popped out to Jorgen today, Sam. It has been feast or famine for Edwin. He either hits the ball for a single or he pops out to Jorgen today. He's done 2 of each. Here's Casimo Canaya. 2 strikeouts and single to center today for him. Shows bunt and pulls back at the last minute. Ball 1. 75-mile-an-hour pitch. Now, did your dad play baseball when he was a kid, or?
Yeah, I think so. He hasn't told me much about it, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Yep, no swing there. They check, say no go. 2 balls, no strikes. Any siblings? Do they play ball?
Do I have any siblings?
Yeah.
I have a sister and a little brother. My sister did. I think she played softball for a little bit. My little brother is too young to have started Little League yet, but I'm sure he will.
All right. 3-0 count here to Kanaya. Here's the 3-0. Thompson kicks and fires. That one in there. Looked like it. Nope. You got to say something, home plate. He didn't make the call, but he said strike apparently to Casimo. Oh, now he says ball 4. Let us know there. So that is ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk.
That was right over the plate. Unreal. Oh my gosh.
So a 4-pitch walk there. I think. Tyler Blom, the catcher, coming up here. 1 on, 1 out. That pitch in there for a strike. Most likely. Now, how old's your little brother?
He is 3.
Oh, he's ready for Little League. Just sign him up. That pitch outside. 1-1 the count to Blom. What do you think, no?
I'd watch him play Little League.
You blew that off. I think he's ready. I think you need to sign him up.
No, I agree. It's not my call.
1 ball, 1 strike here, and now a throw over to first. Tejeda grabs it, and they send Kanaya back. Tyler Blom today popped out to second. He flew out to right, and he lined out to shortstop as Geraldo made a leaping grab. And now a second throw over to first base. Thompson doing what he can to make sure nobody gets in scoring position here with 1 out. As you see the bottom left of your screen, that picture-in-picture, and ooh, almost got him that time. And that misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And 4 straight times he threw over to first on the pickoff attempt. Thompson shakes a couple signs off. 3 signs now. He agrees with what he saw there. Runner goes. Jorgen throws. They got him in plenty of time. 2-4 on that out. As you watch the replay, great job by the catcher, Pete Jorgen, as he fires down to second. And quite literally, they were waiting on him to get to the bag as Tavares waited for him to slide in and make the tag. 2 outs now, 3-1 count. That one fouled back. Strike 2, so now a full count.
You know, on the topic of those 4 pickoff attempts in a row, I feel like we're in a time of the game where there's a lot of conversation about how fast the game does or doesn't go.
Oh, yeah.
And pickoff attempts have got to be on the list of things that they're thinking about regulating.
Yeah. That one's a chopper to Geraldo. He grabs it, fires to first, and that ends the 8th inning, folks. So good job by Thompson and company to get out of that inning. Jorgen tosses out a batter trying to get down to second, and the Dayton-born kid, son of Bill and Connie, gets the runner. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Legends 4, Dirty Birds 3. We'll be back with more Legends baseball right after this. Sunday, September 4th, 2022. I'm Steve Tressler. Sam Wallace-Smith is our color analyst today, and we're ready to start the bottom of the 8th. And Tillman Pugh will lead things off. Tillman Pugh today is 1 of 2. He had a sacrifice bunt early, and, well, he might be 1 of 3 then because they don't count those. They actually count those as a plate appearance. So he had a sacrifice bunt. Then he singled to center and then flew out to center field as he steps in. 253 average, 13 homers, 49 RBIs. He chops this one down to third base side, and third baseman grabs it, fires to first, and they got him just in time as Tillman now 1 for 3. Good defensive play down there by the third baseman.
You know, I was talking about hustle earlier in the outfield, and I think it's equally, I mean, if not more important with base running, and that's what I liked about that, even though he didn't make it in time. He knew that third baseman was probably going to get him, but he ran it out all the way there.
Yeah, I mean,
and
you
came
want
a
to
lot
see
closer.
these guys hustle.
Yeah, came a lot closer than he might have if he had just given up halfway there, which, again, you see a lot even on the major league level.
Yeah, you know, you never know if a guy's going to stumble or pull the ball out of his glove and lose the handle on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in respect of all other things, if you're not going to do anything else, hustle.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
And it's stuff like that that makes me, even though this lead, again, is still very tight, I feel good about the Legends' chances here because I know I can be a harsh critic, but I feel like everybody has been doing their job really well today. Just
that goes a long way.
Yeah, just not trying to do any more than
2-0.
than the next guy, you know? Not trying to be, I know I've used this phrase way too many times today, but not trying to be a hero.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes. Bell upset with that first pitch. He didn't get a strike call. He walked off the mound. Keeps trying to paint the corner, and he keeps missing. Darnell Ray says, nope, not that time either. 3-0. Hawkins, a one-man wrecking crew at times. A 3-0 pitch there. That one got in there for strike 1. Hawkins smiles at that one. Readjusts his gloves. Fixes the helmet, the sunglasses, steps in, and I got a feeling something's going to happen here. That pitch, missing, ball 4.
You said it earlier, they really do not want to pitch to him, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, they don't want to pitch to him at all, and I think Hawkins just felt like that last pitch there was kind of cheap when he got the strike call. Now Isaiah Tejeda stepping in with a runner on first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Tejeda 2 for 3 today. First pitch there, missing, ball 1. He singled to right, he singled to left, and he's grounded out to third. And I think he's due to hit something with power here, Sam.
That wouldn't be his first time in the game, would it?
No. For power, yes, but no. He singled earlier, got an RBI. That was the first run of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike now. And this one, a chopper to third. Could be a double play ball. 1, 2, and it is. And that ends the inning. We're headed to the 9th. Legends 4, Dirty Birds 3. We'll be back with Legends Baseball right after this.
This guy throws hard. You need to look him up.
Top of the ninth inning here in Lexington, Kentucky. Miles Williams at the plate. He is responsible for all 3 runs today scored by the Dirty Birds. His 3-run home run tied things up earlier in the game. And now he's going to face Yuri Ramos. That pitch there, 95 miles an hour, ball 1.
Clear your balls and strikes. Bottom or top of the ninth.
Swing and a miss here. It's 1-1 now to Williams, as he blew the 97-mile-an-hour fastball by him that time, Sam.
Wow.
Here's the 1-1. And that one, 96 miles an hour, low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ramos' fastball stays in the upper 90s. He's hit 99 a couple times. I'm waiting for the day that clock up there, that speed clock says 0-0. I don't know that it'll record 100, does it? Does that record 100 up there, Ashley? So if it says 00, we're in business.
I say even if it's 98 or above, dude.
This one fouled back, and thank goodness that net was there to hit me in the face. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here to Miles Williams, who hit a 3-run home run back in the 6th inning to tie the score at 3. Legends put 1 on in the 7th to take the 4-3 lead that we have now, and that's where things stand. And he walks them. That's ball 4. So the leadoff runner on here. Top of the 9th, 4-3. Legends lead here. Last chance for the Dirty Birds to do something. Sam, this is a good time for a double play ball.
That it is. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier about I think there's a strategy to be acknowledged to maybe throwing something that you as a pitcher think he might ground out.
And the bunt here, and they're going to get the out. As finally Scott Kelly tagged out by Ramos there. And you may have think that Kelly was being funny, but he was actually trying to get Miles Williams to take off for third by avoiding the tag there as long as he could, thinking Miles Williams would see it and he would take off for third and force them into a throw. But in either case, he did his job. He advanced a runner to second in scoring position with 1 out.
Who is that? 44, the other Gonzalez.
And now pinch hitting is Yvonne Gonzalez, number 44. He'll be in for Liam Scaffariello. And this guy can be trouble as he hits this one into right field. 1 bounce, picked up and thrown by Martinez. Over to second. What are we doing? And the tying run comes across there. and it's 4-4. And the game's tied up here, top of the ninth, with one out. One out, runner at first. Gonzalez did his job. He got the tying run across. That first pitch there, strike one, 96 miles an hour from Ramos. And now Devon Torrance, the top of the order at the plate. Last night, the same thing happened to the Legends. They had a one-run lead in the top of the ninth. The Dirty Birds tied it up, and they won in the 12th. Are we going to have a replay of last night? Let's hope not. But we are tied once again in the top of the ninth after a one-run lead for the Legends coming into this inning. Fizzles away. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Torrance comes up empty. Torrance 1 for 4 today. He singled to right his second time up. He struck out his last time at the plate. And here's the 1-2 from Ramos. He kicks and fires. Looked really good and must have missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Ramos. And Torrance goes down on strikes for the second time in a row. Scott Burcham comes up now. One on, 2 outs, tie score, top of the ninth. Legends and Dirty Birds. Burcham 233, 5 homers, 33 RBIs. First pitch. Ball 1. This one chops over to Marshall. He dives, grabs it, fires to first, and that'll end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. It's a tie score. Are the Legends going to walk it off? Or are we going to extra? Well, we'll find out here in just a moment. This is Legends Baseball. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Stick around. Bottom of the ninth inning here at Lexington's Wild Health Field, and we are having another Wild Health finish as we go into the bottom of the ninth with a tie score. And Montrell Marshall, the third baseman, who put out the last runner for the third out, steps up to the plate to see what he can do against Isaac Sanchez, the pride of the Bronx, New York, on the mound for the Dirty Birds. Sanchez played for the Fairy Hawks this year and the York Revolution. First pitch to him, fouled out of play, strike one. That pitch there, low, ball one. 1-1 the count. Marshall today struck out, lined to center, and then grounded into a double play. Looking for his first hit. A swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. .251 average, 18 home runs, and 64 RBIs for Marshall. And swing and a miss there. Got him. Strike 3, and that is out number 1. And now Manuel Geraldo comes to the plate. He is also hitless today, Sam. 0 for 3, struck out and grounded out twice.
Well, I think that just means he's due, and there's no better time than right now.
Absolutely. Geraldo, 246 on the year, 5 homers, 36 RBIs. Love to see him get another homer here, add number 6, and walk it off. Swing and a miss there. Strike 1. Boy, he had a big cut on that one. A lot of fans still in the stands watching this game today, Sam, enjoying the nice breeze coming in. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 now to Geraldo. He had him fooled on the same pitch twice that time. Sanchez playing a game of chess out there with us. He's got a fastball in the low 90s, but he's thrown 2 changeups in a row to Manuel. And that one not fooling Geraldo, but the shortstop there to grab it. Fire to first, and that's out number 2 as Kelly throws to Espinal. 2 up, 2 down. So James Nelson hit his first home run as a Lexington legend comes to the plate. And you know, you said what a good time for Geraldo to get a hit. It'd be a good time for Nelson to get his second home run of his career right here. Mm-hmm. Or are we headed to extra innings? That pitch in there for strike 1 at 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Isaac Sanchez, who was a first-round draft pick, 9th overall, 10 years ago. Little check swing there. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls, 2 strikes. And Sanchez has got these Legends batters guessing pretty bad here in the 9th, Sam. Here's the 0-2. And a swing there that I don't even know if he meant to swing there. He's obviously frustrated. But that is strikeout number 2 of the inning, and that will end the bottom of the 9th. We're headed to extras, folks. This is Lexington Legends Baseball. See you in the 10th. Free baseball right after this. Edison Surreal on the bump. He is replacing Yuri Ramos, and we are in the top of the 10th inning, folks. Lextras is what we call it for Lextran of Lexington. We're in extra innings here, top of the 10th, and there's the pace of play runner. That is Burcham at second base. He in extra innings, you have the pace of play runner. He committed the last out of the 9th inning, so he is the pace of play runner to begin the 10th. That one popped up in the air. Jorgen, nice job by the Legends catcher, jumping out of his stance and running to his left to make out number 1 on that bunt. So 1 up, 1 down here for Surreal. So Nick Heath bunts his way out. 1 pitch, 1 out, and here's Edwin Espinal, who is 2 for 4 today. He's actually singled to right twice and popped out to the catcher twice. Kind of an interesting line for him. That pitch there, and that's a strike. 0-1. One on, 1 out, top of the 10th. Here's the 0-1 to number 53 from number 3. Woo, that one looked good. Oh, come on. My goodness, that looked good. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know where in the world that pitch missed. I'm looking at the box right now, I'm looking at the pitch box, and I want to see where that hit. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. It still hasn't populated on my thing here on the Atlantic League website, but I want to see where exactly that one hit. Oh, my goodness. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Espinal, 272 hitter, 7 homers, 31 RBIs. And that pitch from Surreal outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Hugh, do you realize he's hit right field for 2 hits today, and he's also popped out to Jorgen 2 times today. Here's the 2-2. This one hit to right field, and it's fair. The runner will score. Nelson finally catches up to it, and they throw Espinal out at second as he tried to stretch that into a double, and he's thrown out. So great throw there by Nelson as he fires it to second, and Espinal's tagged out for out number 2. The runner scores, and it's a 5-4 lead now for the Dirty Birds here in the top of the 10th. And Tejeda is very upset over there about something.
Foul ball instead of fair ball.
And I think it's because he thought that was a foul ball. And let's look at that replay if we can. I'd love to see where that hit because they said fair. The technical team will try to get to work on that. Here's Cosimo Kanaya. Two outs, no runners aboard. Swing and a miss here from Cosimo. Strike 1. There's several people think that ball was foul down there. We're going to try to get another look at it, if possible. Swing and a miss there as well. No balls, 2 strikes here to Cosimo. And here's the 0-2. And this is a chopper up the middle. Geraldo grabs it, runs, fires to first, and that is out number 3. But the Legends down 1 for the first time today. They're in the hole. Can they come back and win it? We're about to find out right after this. This is Lexington Legends Baseball. Stick with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Come over here closer.
Well, I'm Steve Tressler.
I'm
There's
Sam Wallace-Smith.
Smith. This is his very first game as an analyst. He's done a great job. We appreciate him jumping in here. So look at this. Another inning, another extra inning game between the Dirty Birds and the Legends. Legends put it on them 16-7 Friday night. Dirty Birds didn't take kindly to that. They fought their way into extra innings last night and won. Are they going to do it here? Let's hope not. We'll be back right after this. First pitch here to Nelson. Strike 1. He pulls away. Pace of play runner out there is actually Nelson. The batter here is Darian Sanford, 233 average, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. And that is a called strike. He pulled his bat out of there, and they rang it up anyway. There's a bunt attempt. He lays it down, and they let it go foul, though. No balls, 2 strikes. It was a nice little bunt by Sanford, but it did eventually make its way into foul territory. Ashley, is that the person you're talking about down there in the yellow? That lady down there? Behind them. No balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 10th. Dirty Birds trailed the entire game until the top of the 10th. They took their first lead of the game, 5-4. Sanford trying to move number 14, Nelson, to third. They faked the pickoff attempt there. Isaac Sanchez still on the bump for the Dirty Birds. Scott Kelly, you see on the right side of the screen, number 2 for the Dirty Birds, was the one racing behind Nelson on that pickoff attempt. You can see the picture-in-picture there. 0-2. That last pitch that he put the bunt down that went foul was 91 miles an hour. Here's the 0-2. That one inside, 1-2. So the second time in as many days these two teams have played themselves into extra innings. Here's the 1-2. Sanchez from the stretch. First baseman runs up. They fake the pickoff, and Nelson gets back in plenty of time. One ball, two strikes to Sanford. Sanchez from the stretch. And that pitch there, strike three on Sanford, and that is out number one. And now the number 9 hitter, Jesus Tavares, comes up to the plate. He had a home run earlier. He also doubled to left. Can he do something here? 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 10th. He hits this one hard, and it's left field, sailing foul and out of play. Kelly races that way, and nothing doing as it is into foul territory over the wall. 0-1 the count. Sanchez looks in and gets his sign from the stretch. This one fouled off as well, and now Tavares in the hole. 0-2 to Sanchez here.
You know, I really don't think this would be a bad time for the Legends to try and steal, and clearly their opponents know that, as they are guarding him at second like their lives depend on it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and the second strikeout in a row for Sanchez. So now back-to-back strikeouts, and that is out number 2 as Teo Martinez comes to the plate. 1 on, 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, and Teo has been hot for a week now. He has played great baseball, coming up with big hit after big hit. He had 2 fantastic series against the Genomes. He's had a great series here. Friday night had 4 hits, 3 singles, and a home run. Can he come up big again for the Legends and do it right here against Isaac Sanchez with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th? From the stretch, Sanchez checks his runner, now fires. Big swing by Martinez, strike 1, and that hit the catcher pretty bad. Tyler Blom down in pain here. If we can see the replay there, he fouled it off, and it must have hit him straight on instead of him actually getting a glove on that ball. And the manager out there, Billy Horn, must have gotten a real scare. He's got a smile on his face, so I'm glad he's okay. Tyler Blom finally gets up. Must have knocked the wind out of him pretty good, but it doesn't look like he is injured. It looks like he was just hurt. If you're hurt, you can play. If you're injured, you got to leave the game. That's the difference. No balls, 1 strike here to Teo Martinez, 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th, Legends trail by 1. They have a runner in scoring position. They have a chance to tie it up. But are they going to do it, Sam? That's the question. Here's the 0-1. That pitch outside. And they said that was a swing from Teo Martinez. I don't know if I agree, but 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Tio Martinez, 7 homers, 27 RBIs. Bottom of the 10th inning, runner at second. That's the pace of play runner, James Nelson, who's been in right field today. And Tio Martinez at the plate, who has been hot for the better part of 2 weeks now at the plate. And that one outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's had some big hits over the last 10 days. Started the season as a genome, has made a move to the Legends and has played every bit of his name as a legend here because he has been coming through at the plate for this team, making great plays in the outfield and at the plate. Here's the 1-2 from Sanchez. That one outside. That wasn't even close. I don't know why we need to ask. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez tried to make him chase that pitch, Sam, away from the plate to end the game. Dirty Birds 1 strike away from winning their 2nd game in a row and taking 2 out of 3 from the Legends here this weekend. The Legends a base hit away from tying this thing back up in a game that they have led the entire way until last half inning. Another check swing. Didn't go that time either. 3-2. So Tio playing with fire here with all these check swings. Full count, 3-2. Are the Legends going to tie this thing up? They led this game for the better part of 9 innings. Tied up in the 9th by the Dirty Birds. They took the lead in the 10th. Chopper to shortstop, picked up, fired to first, and it's over. The 2nd time in as many days, the Dirty Birds have found a way to win here in Lexington. Dirty Birds trailed all day yesterday, 1-0, tied it up in the 9th and won in extra innings. The Dirty Birds trailed all day today until the 9th inning, tied it up and won in extra innings. They put that game yesterday on repeat today, and that's what we saw. Final score here in Lexington, Charleston Dirty Birds 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Lexington Legends 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For the public address announcer, Bill Sally. For our DJ Picasso. Logan Weiler on the video board. Robbie Drakeford, the home plate camera operator. Technical director was Adam Marson. Hugh Davis was our official scorer. Ashley Grigsby was the Major League Baseball stringer. Sam Wallace-Smith was my analyst today. I'm Steve Tressler. Legends lose this one, and they hit the road and follow the Dirty Birds back to Charleston for a 3-game series. Genomes come back for a 6-game set. We'll be here Tuesday night with Genomes Baseball on this channel. That's all for this time. Final score, Dirty Birds 5, Legends 4. That's the final here in Lexington. They have the day off tomorrow. That's all for this time. Until next time, have a great time, everybody. Good night, and go Legends. Happy Labor Day, by the way.